Depending on how you look at the market. Hi, my name's Kenny Glick. I've been trading for 30 years. I run a chat room and I give it away for free. We're in the middle of a 1 month free trial just to prove that I'm not full of shit, but I've been doing this since 2007. I think most people know I'm not full of shit at this point. But you should think that I am full of shit. Want to hear a great number? 47,430 trades since 47,430 trades since 2012. 47,280 of them have worked for profitability. Sounds ridiculous, right? It's pretty accurate. These trades continue to work. And sometimes they work and I'm bewildered myself. I really am. But the way I do things right now, right? Like I said, I'm in the middle of giving away a free month at my website. You shouldn't trust anybody in this industry. All right. Everybody is a scammer or charlatan. They're all out to take your money, especially people on YouTube or TikTok or people with chat rooms or people that sell scanners or whatever bullshit they're selling. The only way, and again, I'm speaking from an end user, right? The only way that I would trust somebody is if they let me use the product for an extended period of time to see if it fits what I want to have it do for me. And listen, even though these trades work every day, some people don't want to sit in a chat room and be active traders. They want to be spoon fed. They think there's an alert. They think that there's a scanner out there, right? They think that they're going to buy something that's going to spit the winner out, put the trade on, execute the trade, and money's just going to show up in the account. That doesn't exist. It does exist, but hedge funds have it, and they're not going to let you participate in it. So there's these ideas that there is going to be some easy way to do this. This is the easiest way. Just following companies that report earnings that break VWAP. But again, before I go even further, look at my face. Do I have a trustworthy face? I don't know. Some people think I'm a good-looking guy. Some people look at my nose. I broke my nose. I ran into a freaking pole playing basketball. I'm a weird-looking dude, right? Lost on my hair. I'm basically insane because I've been trading here for 30 fucking years. You're not going to stay sane watching screens and lines and being frustrated and confounded and frustrated and destroyed. I blew my life up 3 different times. You're not going to survive without going insane. But my insanity is your profitability. I'm your learning curve. I've done everything there is to do wrong, and somehow I've made it. You know why? Because in 2012, I found this trade. Brian Shannon, Zach Hurwitz opened my eyes to the wonderful world of volume-weighted average price trading, and I'm never looking back. Every trade I do, other than the VWAP trade, I lose money on. You know what I'm going to do? Not that. Buying options before earnings reports come out. Lose. Don't do it. Gambling. Don't do it. Buying options at the end of the day on a Friday. Doesn't work. Don't do it. What I've learned, right? What I've learned is nothing works. I'm not the best investor, but right now, and the reason that I despise this industry and I really hate bull markets is the fact that I'm making money in the market right now. I don't like it. Because if I'm making money long stocks right now, everybody's making money. I don't want everybody to make money because that's where the scams come out. The Madoffs, right? The pyramid scams, the Ponzi schemes. Everyone's a genius when the market goes up like the way it's going up right now. I own Rambus. Oh, I'm a genius. It broke 47.50. That's it. It broke 47.50. There was no resistance to $70. Now it's at $70. Wow. It wouldn't be going to 70 if the market wasn't ripping up every day. You know that ARM IPO that sucked so badly, right? Once it broke 55, you knew this thing was going up at least 10 or 15 points. You know it's going to all-time highs now because the market's going up and it's a market stock. It's going up with the market. Genius. Palantir, right? It's my only one that I own also. That stock, you know, we got in at 1250, 15, 1750, 750, got you 20. Now it's hit a brick wall. And now I own the stock Path, right? Now I own Path. And we bought it on Friday on the power gap, right? Killed it. Everybody was loving me, right? Loving me. Kenny, it's a Kathy Wood stock. Who cares? I heard she was selling out of it, even better. But it was a power gap. And I explained what a power gap is. Power gaps are not normally sold into. So let's load the boat on Friday. And then I explained inside days, inside candles. And I said, while the stock consolidates for the next however long, the investor or the swing trader will make no money because the stock will sit around probably for 4 or 5 days inside the big power gap candle. Look at PATH, what it's done since Friday. Absolutely squadoosh. But we've made money on the stock every single day because we understand the stock's being accumulated. So if a stock's being accumulated inside the power gap candle, and I probably just lost you already, right? See, I know a lot about the market because I've been doing this my whole life. When you're inside the power gap candle, the stock's being accumulated. So every dip inside those candles are being bought. So we just buy the dip while the stock's being accumulated. So we bought more at $23, sell it at 24. Comes back to 23.50, we buy it again, goes back to 24. We make money. Today it was under 23.50 again. Guess what we did? We bought it under 23.50 and now we're selling it here at 24.20. So while it's doing nothing and going sideways, we're crushing it on this name every single day. Because once you know what you're doing, then you'll never not know what you're doing. And I have found the simplest way to stay focused, because I'm a scatterbrain just like everybody else. I'm a loser. I'm delusional, right? I'm the only one honest enough to say it. I'm a loser. There are no scanners that spit out winners. There's no scanner that's scanning the market for the best opportunity that you could just say, oh, the scanner just told me to buy it. Oh, I guess it's going to go up. No, it doesn't work like that. If it existed, I would have it. If there was an alert system that worked, I'd be in it. If you could buy options on a Friday for what's going to happen on Monday, I'd be doing that. It doesn't work. I know it doesn't work. I've tried for 30 years. It doesn't work. I have something that works. You just do what I do. So what we do all day is just demonstrate what we do. And then if you're digging it, you stick around. If you don't, you don't. And that's all we do. That's how it should be done. So when I call these other companies and say, hey, so I just got an email that you have a 97% win rate for over a decade. That's freaking awesome. Could I get involved in that? Well, sure, sir. You have to pay $5,000 for the first month and then we'll charge blah, blah, blah. I was like, no. Can you just let me hang out with you? You sound like you guys know what you're doing. Can I just hang out for a couple of weeks and, maybe see for myself? We don't do that. Well, what if I would be willing to pay twice as much? If you can convince me that you know what you're doing, I'll pay you twice as much as you want for whatever you're selling. Nah, we don't do that. If somebody was to offer me that, I'd be like, shit, come on in. I was going to give you 2 weeks for free anyway. If you want to pay me twice as much after I convince you I know what I'm talking about, fantastic. But nobody lets me in. Nobody lets me in. The guy's got a 97% win rate on options for 15 years, and he won't let me. He won't let me see. You know why? Because he's lying. He's lying. And if you read the fine print, it's on closed trades. By the way, Jim Fink, you're lying. And how'd that all that fear mongering work out for you in 2023? Right? Recession fears, doom and gloom, Biden bucks. Right? We're all gonna die. We are all gonna die. But if this market was going to go down, you know what would be going up? The volatility indexes, the UVXY. So I guess we're not all going to die. Eventually we will, but fear sells, but fear makes you no money. Fear sells. They know that. So they scare you into shit. They go, we're the only ones that can protect you from yourselves. So like I said, I'm not doing too many social media videos anymore. I'm kind of, I don't want to be on the internet really, because it's full of anti-Semitism, full of awfulness, and it makes me feel like shit. But there's only one way to communicate with you guys out there. It's through these social media platforms, but I really don't want to be involved. So Google me. My name's Kenny Glick. I know what I'm doing. It's been 30 years. And if you were, I launched a new free trial for the month. I've been giving away the month. I did 2 seminars. I invited new people. The room's growing every day. Look at my face. Don't you want to punch it, right? Come and punch me in the face. Seriously. Come and watch what I do. Come and experience where we bought DocuSign and how much money we're up right now. Why we bought Path. Why we're long the queues. Why we're shorting UVXY every day. Come and experience what we do. It's free. All you got to do is send an email. So for the guy that I can't spend all day, it's 10:57. I haven't done a trade in the last half an hour. I trade for an hour a day. And then it's over. All you need is 2 hours. Little pre-market preparation. And then the market opens up. You put a couple of option trades on. You do a couple of ding, bada bang, bada boom, bada bing, and you're done. By the way, DocuSign's rocking right now. I wish I was still in it, but I'm not because I took the profits. What am I going to do? It's going up without me. Oh, my friends. And listen, I will leave you with one thing because I wouldn't be doing myself, I wouldn't be doing society justice. If you have people out there that misunderstand what's going on in the world of the Israeli war, let's go back to 1939 in Germany, or let's go back to something more significant. Was anybody condemning the United States for wiping out 300,000 Japs when they attacked us and then we dropped a couple of nukes on them, right? But suddenly the UN, the anti-Semitic groups around the country and around the world are trying to condemn Israel for fighting back. It's the same thing. But anti-Semitism is so strong in this country and so it's ancient history. It's embedded in society that for some reason, when the Jews want to fight back, everybody's trying to condemn them. So when the real fighting in the street begins, let's go after the traitorous scumbags in this country, wipe them out first, then we'll go after the other terrorists. Because if you're sympathizing with terrorists, you are a terrorist. Learn about what you're chanting about before you start chanting it. And by the way, if we were on campuses and screaming death to blacks, the black people would be rioting and burning down cities right now. If we were calling for the death of gays and lesbian, the LGBT community right now, they'd be out in the streets breaking shit and burning things down and canceling every company. But if it's the Jews, nobody gives a fuck. And that's why social media is the death of us all. So learn something about what you're doing and tell your friends they're fucking ignorant. There are no human casualties. It's called war. And you can't tell people how to wage war. There's going to be human casualties.